Hello! Here I am again with another video on how to navigate scenes in StratiScape. In this episode, I will talk about how you rotate scenes in StratiScape, focusing first on how you rotate scenes with the middle mouse button, and then moving on to how you throw a scene, which, come to think of it, I should have covered in the pan and zoom video. If you want to follow along with me, I will use line 51, highlighted here in yellow, from Peru Petro's Trujillo demo project that is available for download as a free training project. This is the line. There's nothing spectacular about it. I'm using it because I haven't used it before and it's rather interesting, and a line you should probably look at yourself when you have a few minutes. To begin, our scene rotation uses the very familiar trackball rotation method. Imagine that there is a ball centered on whatever object is right in the middle of the scene. You'll use the middle mouse button to rotate that ball around any axis using the familiar press, hold, and drag method. To be honest, I've forgotten how the math works, but it uses quaternions, so I forgot for a good reason. Let me show you how this works. Imagine that we're going to rotate around the center of the screen. So I'm going to move my mouse over here onto the left. I'm going to press and hold down the left mouse button like that. Notice that the cursor changes to a quasi trackball. And now as I slide the mouse around, the scene just rotates. I'll do that again. Move more towards the middle of the screen. Press, hold down, move up, rotate around, and so on. Using the right mouse control key double click, which we learned in the pan and zoom video to center everything, I'll show you two other modes that you can use to rotate. And again, these involve the control key and the shift key. If you hold the control key down and then press down and hold the middle mouse button, then it will just rotate around the x-axis. So it doesn't matter what I do moving the mouse this way, it only rotates up and down like this. So again, that's control key down, middle mouse down, and it rotates like this. If I hold the shift key down, as you might imagine, that works this way. So this rotates around the y-axis and ignores any x-axis rotations. So you'll find this quite useful. I use it all the time. Control right mouse double click to straighten it up. And then control key to do this. I find this is a very useful technique for making sure that I'm looking vertically at the seismic. So all that's pretty simple. What I'll show you now is how to actually throw the scene without picking up the monitor. To show you that, I'll start by straightening up the display with the control right mouse double click. And then I'm going to make the ribbon visible. And we're going to take a look here on the Home tab. And you'll see here a button that says Throw Scene. Well, normally, when you're working in this, especially with the rotation, sometimes when you let go, you're still moving the mouse. But in this case, Throw Scene is off, and so it just stops. But sometimes you may want to rotate this thing automatically. So if you turn this Throw Scene button on here, and then you rotate like this, when you let go, it continues to rotate. So we grab the corner and throw it whichever direction it was going in. Granted, if you do it too fast, you can get a little bit seasick, but I'm sure you can avoid that. And I say I don't use this very often, but sometimes it comes in useful in demos, and sometimes it doesn't. So that is pretty much it for the scene controls. Control right mouse zooms, right mouse pans, Middle mouse rotates. And using these functions, you can put the scene into pretty much any orientation that you want. Control middle mouse. And zoom back out.